We're about ready to start the meeting. Do you want to kind of come to order now? You all know me. I'm Martin Fry, and this is the 74th meeting of the Uppers Grove PTA. And I guess we ought to read the minutes of the last meeting. Does someone want to read the minutes from the last meeting, please?
Marty Elliott Post here.
Councilman Elliott Post.
Marty, I think we can dispense with the minutes of the last meeting. I'm sure we all remember the unpleasant business over the school busing issue, the heated debate that followed, and all I can say is thank God for the timely arrival of our fine police force. And what do you say we move on?
All righty, we got a telegram here from Bill Poindexter, who was in the vanguard of that busing debate. Bill's in the hospital. Could we send him some flowers or something?
Oh, Mr. Fry.
Yeah.
We only have 37 cents left in the treasury.
Oh.
Point of fiduciary information, Martin.
Yeah, guys.
Seemed to me last week at this time there was close to $16 in the treasury. Today there's 37 cents. How do you explain it?
What are you implying?
I'm not implying anything, honey. I think someone's got their finger in your financial pie, if you know what I mean.
You know we have to buy ditto fluid.
Well, that's a shitload of ditto fluid, Martin.
Gus, can we get on to the regular order of business?
Marty, we going to have the same old refreshments?
Yeah, I guess we'll have the Kool-Aid and cookies, unless someone's got a better idea.
Yeah, how about ditto fluid and cookies?
All right. Can we get on to the regular order of business? We've got a resolution here before us, and look, why don't I just read the resolution, and then we'll open it up for discussion, all righty? The resolution reads as follows. Be it resolved that sex education classes shall be introduced into the Uppers Grove school system. Is there any discussion on this?
There's some discussion on the floor.
And you got the mouth, too.
I'm Gus Giannetti. I'm not speaking to you tonight in my professional capacity as a teamster. Only as a concerned parent of the community. Now, it seems to me that introduce sex education into the schools is going to encourage a certain amount of doing it among the kids. I got a young daughter, 16 years old. She's a lovely girl. She's a very lovely girl. I cannot stand the thought of some young punk spreading her creamy white thighs and violating her flowering pubescence, Martin. I'm tortured by that vision night and day. I can't get that out of my head. I think the school system should do something about it.
Marty, I'd like to talk to Gus for just a minute. Gus, for just a minute. Forget that I'm a councilman and chairman of the Milk Fund. And as father to father, Gus, I've got a boy. He's about the same age as your girl, Lolly. And she is a lovely girl, a very lovely girl. Now, my boy's a good boy. A few years from now, he may end up somewhere in Indochina. Now, I'd rather he learn about sex with wholesome American girls in a wholesome American school than in some sleazy Saigon bordello.
Pardon, may I be recognized, please? Russ Levine, ZPG Chairman, Uppers Grove. Oh, thank you, Elliot. Thank you, man. That's zero population growth, Martin. Now, first of all, I'd like to say that Mr. Giannetti over there seems to feel that there's a direct causal relationship between sex education and promiscuity, when we know for a fact that there is no proven relationship whatsoever. Now, more to the point, Martin, as I see it, is sex education as a deterrent to such things as, well, venereal disease. Now, Martin, do you have any idea what the VD rate is amongst teenagers today? Does anyone here know how many teenagers are walking around with venereal disease? Gobs and gobs of them. That stuff is growing like crabgrass on the suburbs. I quote Newsweek on that, Martin, and I think that it's a matter of ignorance in our children. Our children are ignorant.
I blame the parents for this. Certainly those children weren't born ignorant.
Marty! Wayne Garrett, football coach.
Yeah, Coach Wayne Garrett. Fine season, Coach. Fine season.
The answer is not sex education. of age. Now, I myself sit in my office all day long and I watch these young guys in the shower. I tell you, Marty, don't go wasting your money on sex education. Guys, you can buy a two-man whirlpool with it.
I really think that you're a bit offside, Coach. Now, no one is trying to hide the human body, but it is a fact that DD is hiding behind a dike of ignorance.
Dykes? What's he bringing dykes into it?
In the county of Cook alone, every 15 minutes, a teenager catches VD.
I know that kid. And believe me, if he starts catching footballs, he'd stop catching DD.
Never cry. Never cry. Now I've been holding my peace for a long time. And if we look at this thing, we'll see that there's more to this than meets the eye, if you know what I mean. Now, the people who want to get sex into our schools are the same people who wanted to get prayers out, who wanted to get fluoride into the water, who want to get us out of our commitments in Vietnam. In and out, in and out, in and out. Where's it going to end?
That is preposterous.
Oh, this is America, Mr. Levine, where even Jewish persons can speak their mind.
The name's Levine.
Now, I know that there is nothing that certain people in the Kremlin and in Peking would love more than to see our population go down.
She's right. I saw an Oriental fella hanging around the football field.
It started already. Now, let me just add that from a personal standpoint, I would not like to sit around and look at sex organs all day long. Sex organs do not belong in school.
She's right, Martin. Keep it in the toilet where they belong.
Martin, sex organs are not the subject at hand.
You weren't even alive during the Depression.
I stand rebuked. Mark, we're talking about sex education here, and this is serious. This is a matter of survival. Now, as I see it, it's CPG. I mean, Martin, did you know that given the size of this planet, with its present population and the projected growth rate, in 25 years' time, how many people we're going to have on the face of this earth? Oodles and oodles. There's going to be people all over the place. And that's why it's mandatory that we teach these youngsters how to use contraceptives and birth control devices.
Wait a minute, I've heard enough. I don't mind if Mr. Laverne comes in here and... When I agree, adults should be able to get together and talk about sex. A certain amount of oral sex is necessary. This guy's talking about birth control devices. The next thing you know, he's going to be passing out condominiums to the kids at work.
Can we have some water, please? A little decorum, a little water. Oh, yes, the young lady here, please.
Mrs. O'Flaherty here. Now, my husband and I are both devout Catholics. Anyway, the Holy Father in the Vatican has said that intercourse is for procreation only. Now, when my husband and I were first married, we were willing to go along with that. But soon we began to like intercourse. And now we find ourselves doing it for no reason at all. The results are 6 kids, 4 boys and 2 girls that I wouldn't wish on anyone. If Mr. Levin has a way for me to have fun without having babies, then I'm for Mr. Levine.
Call me Russ.
Glass of water here, please. Got glass of water. Bring that up over there. Bring that up over